Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie Nofel, and if you're new here, I'm making practical crafts and lifestyle content. We've reached a point of this pregnancy that I was both looking forward to, but also kind of dreading, and that is none of my regular clothing fits me anymore. So that means that I am going to be going through all of my non-maternity clothing and kind of figuring out what I actually really like and going to keep, and what I'm going to give away. So, with that in mind, I want to be pretty strict, and I'm giving myself a limit of how much clothing I can keep. So let me show you what my limit is. I have this tote, which I'm realizing is like huge, but once we hit the top of this tote, that is that. I think that I easily have enough clothing to fit like more than one of these totes, which is kind of sad because I feel like I constantly do clothing declutters, and yet I never actually make a dent in how much clothing I have. So what we're going to do is I'm not going to fold them when I put them in here right away so that they take up a little bit more room. And like I mentioned before, I'm going to be really strict about what I keep, keeping in mind kind of what colors I think look good on me, and then also keeping in mind like practicality. I'm already chasing after one toddler. I'm going to have another one here in the next few years, who I'm also going to be running after, probably in opposite directions, so I need to keep that in mind. And then also just like things that I like. Things that I'm not going to be keeping are things that I never wear, but they will not be going back into my rotation of clothing that ends up in laundry. That's really what it comes down to, is at the end of this, I hope I have less laundry. Not the minimalism trend, like not like the capsule wardrobe trend that I see everywhere, but just something that's like practical, and that if I put my clothing on, then I know I'm going to like it. I'm going to go grab all the clothing in my closet. Just to note, I do have about 2 loads of laundry that are sitting in the laundry basket in my room. That's getting done tonight. So while we're going to be getting a chunk out of most of, I know most of the clothing in there is maternity clothing or like socks. So, to recap. Keep. I'm going to have my giveaway in a pile over there. My sentimental, but I'm not going to wear it over here. And yeah, we're going to try to keep our maybe but to a minimum. Let's hop right on into it. That was tiring, y'all. I don't know what's more humbling, the fact that this is taller than I am, or that I still have more that is not hanging up at the moment, because it's in, I have like a clean duffel of clean clothes, my husband and my son's and mine's clothes that I have not gotten around to folding yet, so I have to dig through that when we're done with the initial pile. This is why I want to do this, because if I were to pile all this into this right here, you can pretty clearly tell that it would not fit. So we're getting a CAT scan. Let's take a thumbnail, huh? Okay, I'm sure one of those worked out, but without any further ado, let's hop right on into it. So first up is these pants, which I know right away I am keeping them. These are by far my favorite pair of pants. So next is this skirt, which I'm taking out of my closet, but I am going to hang on to it. It's going to go into our costume closet just because this is the first thing that I ever sewed. So it's going to go over there. Next we have like a plain black t-shirt. It says it's a size extra small. So I am going to give that away because I'm not an extra small in the bust. Oh, this is a winter shirt that can also be used for a maternity shirt. So I'm sure I'm going to find some like maternity things in here. And when that happens, I'm going to leave them on their hanger and I'm going to put them right here. Make sense? Okay. This is a keep. It's like a interesting New Orleans shirt. Oops. I'll keep these. Like brown. I don't know what you would call this pattern. Brown pants. How are we doing? We're already filling up the bottom, y'all. I have some PJs, which are not a part of this. This is like one of those undergarments that like sucks. I'm gonna hang on to it and see how we feel about it after pregnancy, because right now I can't even imagine like anything squeezing around me. I think this still fits, so I'm gonna hang on to that. We're gonna keep this dress. Wore for my college graduation, so we're hanging on to that. These shorts I'm gonna hang on to. They were a little tight pre-pregnancy, so we'll have to see how my body's feeling postpartum. And even then, like, I'm not expecting to be able to fit into it right away. I'm thinking maybe like a year postpartum we'll be seeing how I feel, but we'll hang on to them for now. These are a size 12. I think they're given to me with pregnancy in mind, so I'll hang on to them. I'll try them on later. This dress I wore for my maternity shoot with Owen. Maybe I'll hang on to it for if I want to recreate those photos this time, but because this is a new baby, I'll say yes, I'll keep it. I'm going to keep this out here. I'll keep this out here. This was given to me while I was in France, so I'll hang on to it. I'm failing so far, y'all. So far we have one thing in giveaway. Okay, I went through and I pulled out some of like the sentimental things that I know I'm not going to wear again, but I want to hang on to. So that's things like the dress that I wore to graduate college, the dress I wore to graduate high school, my maternity shoot dress with Owen. Just so I can like hang on to them. I'm going to put them in the same closet that holds my wedding dress, but that way they're not taking up space in my wardrobe. I think it's time to say goodbye to this one. Well, actually, I'm going to hang on to it because my husband's family, we, for like family photos, we all wear flamingos, and so I'll hang on to this just in case they want to do that again, because I just happen to have a flamingo dress. I'm going to give this away. It's like a workout dress, but I actually accidentally bought it too small, and I don't think it's ever going to fit, so I'm just going to give it away and keep my eye out for a different one. These might actually fit me right now. This dress I wanted to love, but it doesn't fit me, so it's time to say goodbye. Hopefully someone else loves it. It's like linen and so pretty, but it does not fit me where it should. This is like one of those shirts that I cannot let go of. I'm going to give away these leggings because they don't fit me very well.
You're a builder-upper, a breaker-downer, a holder-outer, and I'm a giver-inner. Sad but true, I'm a sapperoo too, taking it from a taker-over like you. Don't know where I'm at, I'm just a thisser, then I'm a ladder, a taker on the chinner. My, what a weekie am I.
I am going to take a quick break, and when I get back here, I'm going to kind of re-go through my tote, fold everything, and then I will go through the rest of my clean clothes and figure out what I want to keep. So far, my giveaway pile seems about equal to like stuff that I want to hang on to but don't want in my closet. So we're gonna have to figure that out too. But I will be seeing you in a little bit. Okay, for some reason my audio for this clip didn't work, but basically I went through and I looked at all the clean clothing that I had in the duffels that needed to be folded and put away the family's laundry, and then decided what I was keeping, what I was getting rid of from that. Most of the stuff from that I was keeping because I'd worn it recently. And then I went through and I folded up all of my keep clothing just to see how much I could actually keep in the bin, and to be honest, I did like the perfect amount. You can see Owen here, just that we're being completely honest. I put the TV on for him just so that he could be entertained while I was doing this, because it was the only way I was going to get it done, and we had people coming over later this day, so it had to like not be everywhere. But look how cute he is. Aw. But basically, the rest of my non-maternity clothing that I have to figure out what I want to sacrifice from my keep pile so that everything fits, which will be a challenge, but it is kind of the standard that I've set for myself, and I want to make sure that I hang on to that. Something that I kind of struggle with all my clothing is it doesn't like fit that Pinterest perfect idea of what a wardrobe is, and that's something I'm kind of learning how to live with, because obviously I can't get rid of all my clothing and then buy a whole new wardrobe because that would be so wasteful. But kind of using what you have to make what you want to wear is the way to go, and so I have quite a while to forget about all the clothing I have, so it'll all seem brand new when I do pull it back out again. And with that, let's head to the final notes. Mommy's going to sit next to you, okay? Let's get that way. Ready? Yep. Okay. Well, that's going to do it for me. I think I'm giving away about 25 items. Like I said, I still have some clean laundry that I have to go through as it does get clean. If you enjoy a cozy mix of chaos, then I am the channel for you. I have lots of baby stuff coming up, lots of Christmas crafts. I'm actually getting ready to film one right after I'm done with this video right here. So make sure you stick around for that. It is, of course, vintage inspired because that is what I am all about. And make sure you like and subscribe, and I will be seeing you in my next video. Toodles!